Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here, returning to you for a Tuesday album review for Season 6, Episode 10. And I'm going to be returning to you for the next album that I checked out for Evanescence, Fallen, that I wanted to review for you guys. So I'm going to discuss what I listened to for this full 13 track record. It includes the extra 2 tracks, which are Farther Away and My Immortal band version. It's a Japanese bonus edition, so I'm going to let you know what I thought of Evanescence Fallen, their debut studio album. So let's dive into this album review. Now, I can't remember if I reviewed this originally or not, but I remember listening to this a couple times, and it starts off with Going Under. Good song in its own way. Not one of my favorites, but it's strong for what it goes for. So this is a 4.75 out of 5 for this one. So I'd give this a solid rating of a 4.75 out of 5. Then you get Bring Me to Life featuring Paul McCoy, one of the best tracks from the record. Definite highlight to this album. Amy Lee's vocals sound really nice. Paul McCoy singing in the background sounds pretty good. Even his rapping was pretty dope. So, did enjoy this track and definitely is amazing. So, 5 out of 5. Everybody's Fool is a very strong track too. I'd give this a 5 out of 5 too. So, I really enjoyed this track with how it sounded. So, this is a basic 5 out of 5. It's another great track that I really liked. I liked the lyrics, I like Amy Lee's vocals, and just overall execution-wise, it did pretty good. 5 out of 5 for Everybody's Fool. My Immortal is one of the definitely underrated tracks that I really enjoyed. Nice piano work, very sad ballad song to it, but it sounds really good, and I love that about the track, the original song. And I know Dayseeker did a cover of this recently, which was quite outstanding and very beautifully written too by Amy Lee, and I'm glad that Dayseeker put out their version of it too, because their version was pretty strong too. They made it work with Rory Rodriguez's vocals too, but still, with this track, definite highlight for the record. One of my songs that I really listen to a lot. 5 out of 5. Haunted was pretty strong too, of a track as a regular song for the record. So I'd give this a 5 out of 5. It's pretty good, and Amy Lee's vocals sound quite amazing in this whole album. Through this whole album, it's amazing, but in this song, it's pretty good. Tourniquet is a pretty strong track. It definitely is underrated for a song, but I just really like the lyrics. I like how Amy Lee is singing this track. She's got a very beautifully singing voice, a beautiful singing voice, and it sounds really good with how she's singing it. So 5 out of 5. Imaginary is another track that I really enjoyed. It's a little slow paced from time to time, but it progresses as you go through the rest of the track with ease. And it's like, okay, this track's pretty strong. So 5 out of 5. Taking Over Me is another great track that I enjoyed from this record. Amy Lee's vocal structure and how she's singing it sounds really good, and just it's on point. It definitely doesn't have any missed moments in this track, and lyrically, it's very well written, and just execution wise it works for this song. So this is a 5 out of 5. Hello is another ballad track that I really enjoyed. I think when they do ballad tracks, it does do very well with how it sounds. So this is a 5 out of 5 for Hello. It's a really nice track, and just the way she's singing this song is quite outstanding. Amy Lee, I mean. So 5 out of 5. My Last Breath is another great track that I enjoyed from this record, and I'd give this a 5 out of 5 too, as well. So, it just, overall, the song My Last Breath sounds really nice, and pretty strong, drumming in this too. So, and Amy Lee's vocals do work with this song. 5 out of 5. Whisper is like a almost 5.5 minute song, but it actually sounds really good for how long the track is. It might be about 5.5 minutes, but it still sounds really good, pretty fresh, and great official closing track for the record. So 5 out of 5. Then you get Farther Away, which is another strong track. It's on the Japanese bonus edition, so I think it's fine for how it sounds, but execution-wise, it's pretty strong for what it goes for, so I'd give this a strong 5 out of 5. My Immortal band version, I think this is really nice of a track. It took me a little bit to get used to this one, but it sounds really good with the outro to this track, with the drum work and guitar work and violin work sounding really nice, and the piano work sounds pretty good. So this is a strong 5 out of 5 too for the official closing track for this whole record. So for the closing track, it's going to get a 5 out of 5. Overall production, mixing, and execution wise, I think Evanescence Fallen for this Tuesday album review season 6 episode 10 was actually a really strong record. Probably going to get the same rating I originally gave it, but it's still a pretty strong record. It's one of their best, for sure. It's very underrated. Definitely an album worth purchasing and worth owning and worth listening to a lot. So, if I were to give this record an overall score, I'm going to give it a strong 9.5 out of 10. It's a pretty good record. Amy Lee's vocal performance is quite outstanding in this record, as their starting point to their career for their albums, because I know they only have 5 albums. Well, I know they only have 5 albums because they haven't really been musically active a lot, because they've been touring a lot, and also they just, I guess, kind of took a hiatus after their 3rd record, because I thought they were going to be done, but I don't know, I guess musically driven, they've been putting out less music and less albums, but I think we're going to have a 6th studio album in due time. But overall, 9.5 out of 10 for Evanescence Fallen for this Tuesday album review, season 6, episode 10. Hopefully you enjoyed this Tuesday album review, and thanks for watching.